the jackets of everybody. Good to hear back at it again with another video. We are popping some buffs. We are in Carcion. I'm finding a new happy place in Calm Beach 2. How has your Star Force weekend been going? Oh, the recuperating from spending a bunch of meso. Always gotta love the post-event coma. It's always interesting. You look forward to a day, you splurge, you go all out, and it's like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything now. Life is meaningless. Oh, it's also shocking that after all my time playing this game, our Force events always hit at intense feeling. And yeah, my poor my hands, they weren't diamond enough. Could not hold. I did spend a bunch, basically all my money on the event, and here we are, rounding it up, trying to get it all back. Is yeah, only way to get gains is to farm, especially in Challenger World where I don't have the reliability of bossing meals. Anyway, this video isn't about showcasing my gains. That will be saved for the prog video for tomorrow. Today is more about, I want to talk about some interesting topics that I saw, and one of them was a fantastic video by one of the creators that I watch about the game being unhealthy. And I kind of agree with the statement. Maplestory, it's not a game designed for healthy play. But to be fair, what any live service game is healthy to play. It is like the game in like the structure of the game is to get you to play every day. That's like the overall goal of any live service game. It's like we want you to play every day because the more you play, the more likely you are to spend money on the game. You spend money on the game, we get a profit. That's basically it. Maplestory is so different. Now, sure, Maplestory does things differently. It also, look, it is a Korean game. Korean games are notorious, like, insane time commitment. Like, that's what we get. Like, sure, we have GMS and the Go West title on this, and that it's a unique experience because we play in a reboot server, but overall, they just want you to play this game every day because they want you to spend money on the game. And it's interesting to see some of the arguments brought across. It's like, of course, the game could be better. Of course, like there is so much potential in the game, and every 6 months, every year, it gets better. It slowly, ever so slowly, gets better, but it's still mainly the same shit over and over again. You are going to be grinding for hours. Like just this level from 285 to 286, it's 100 hours if I can consistently get 1T XP, 1T experience an hour. With my rates at the moment, I'm getting roughly what 700 to 900. I could probably peak over 1T if I use some boosters, but look, that's the point. 100, 120 hours for one level. And thankfully with it, I'm going to get a bunch of frags, a bunch of money, a bunch of familiars. So I'm progressing in like 4 different progression ports here. But then there's also getting spares for my gear. There's also links, Legion champions, doing the exact same thing on another character, dailies, symbols, like, and then all of a very sudden, you have to spend what hours per day on this game. Otherwise, you're not going to progress. You will miss out on gains, and that's it. You're done. Like, why even play the game at that point? Like, if you're not being the best, if you're not striving to be the best, what's the point playing this game? And this is the pitfall that a lot of people fall into. It's like, if you aren't optimizing, then why even play the game? This all or out, all or nothing mentality. And it's this type of this play style, because it's like both. It's reinforced by the community. It's like, oh, you skip symbol dailies, well, you're behind, so why even play? Or you did something incredibly inefficient, well, you shouldn't play the game anymore. Or you're less than because you didn't do the you're not following the meta. And again, meta is most effective tactic available. What's that? You're not doing 12 boss meals? What's this? You have no C10 meals? You're not going to progressing. You're not doing Mystic Frontier? Well, you're missing out on free pitch. It's so... Look, it's not as bad. And look, it all depends how much you engage the community. And again, your mindset above about the meta. And but yeah, when I first look, I've experienced this a little bit ever since returning, and when you do things you don't want to do but feel forced to, and you still do it anyway, this is what leads to burnout. This is what leads you to flicker out, and then just that actually leads to quitting. It's what led me to quit back in 2020. It was just I was burnt out. I was goal oriented. I was investing all these hours trying to achieve these goals. I achieved them, and then I didn't really want to keep on doing the same stuff. But the game hasn't really changed. You're still doing all this. What I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say tedious. It's monotonous. That's a better word. Monotony. It's very like farming isn't fun. Bossing can become like feel like a chore, and then you're saving for months to splurge it all on Star Force, where gains are questionable. So, what do you do about this? If the game is inherently unhealthy and it's asking so much of you for so little in return, and the devs clearly aren't doing what they can when it seems so obvious, well, at this point, you just have to control what you can. I personally can control how I play this game. When, what I want to do, like I look at this game kind of like Minecraft. There is no inherent objective in Minecraft. It's like you make your own objectives. Maplestory is no different. You are making your own objectives in this game. However, you are just influenced by FOMO and clout. Like there's no reason for you to do anything in this game besides your own personal enjoyment. If you do things outside of that, of course you're gonna burn out and crash out and all that stuff. Because look, I started this game with just this year or late last year, just playing the Ren. I ignored my Cronus characters. I was like, I'm going to focus on the Ren because I am just dipping my toes in. And then when I started learning all the new systems, more about the game, finding my sea legs again, I was like, oh, cool. I want to play this character now, and I want to play this character now. And I was always onboarding what I could handle. At the same time, it's like, oh, I don't want to really be doing this the rest of my life. Like for a time, I was doing Golics on like 20 characters. I wouldn't say 20. That's right. Maybe 12. No, 14. All my old boss meals or current boss meals, I was like doing Golics every day, and I'd die out on half of them, and it was not sustainable. I was crashing out. It was frustrating. So it's like, cool, we'll just stop doing Golics on all these characters. And look, sure, they're not progressing, but it's okay. It's okay to skip something. Sure, look, you can feel the pain and the burden and the disappointment of missing out on a day of dailies, but your mental is more important than dailies on a game, any game for that matter. Like if it's not enjoyable, just scale back. Just it's okay. Like I before I got back into the mushroom game, I was big on gacha games. That was like what I was doing my entire day. I had at its worst, or I say at my peak, I was playing like I think it was five gacha games and doing dailies, weeklies, patchlies on 5 games. Yeah, I was doing my head in. It was it was not sustainable whatsoever. I'm now barely playing one gacha game. Why? I just don't find them enjoyable anymore. And I'm spending my time in what I find enjoyable and fun. I find Mushroom Game fun. Despite being in this map right now, grinding my heart away, I find this quite soothing and relaxing. This is pleasant for me. The game has come a long way, and I'm finding this quite nice. I'll be able to throw up my Janus balls. Shout out to Janus Swinny, by the way. Not sure if I want to make the grind and push for Janus 30. We'll see. But just be able to look, I'm full clearing the map. There's progression because you can optimize your rotation to try and make sure you load all the meso. You're killing there's like what 39 mobs on this map. I'm killing every wave. You have 7 seconds to kill the entire wave. What is this guy doing? He's not dead. Unbelievable. There we go. My rates have been compromised. I am now no longer being efficient. Why am I even playing this game now? But yeah, look. At the end of the day, Maplestory is a game. You play games to have fun. If this game ever goes beyond that, it's fine to take a break. It's fine to do something else. It's fine. Look, you even go into like maintenance mode, like just do Monster Park and simple dailies. That's it. Don't care about bosses. Don't care about anything else. Then when you're getting a little bit more into it, I'll do more bosses. Let's do that. I'll do some more bosses. You slowly scale back, or scale. What am I saying here? Yeah, you keep on going until you can stomach it again. Sorry, my dog is playing with a squeaky toy and it has ruined my train of thought. Thank you, puppy dog. But yeah. Yes, the game is inherently unhealthy, but like this is a choose how much you want to play type of game. And like, and objectively, the only way you stop making gains in this game is if you quit. If you quit, you stop playing completely, you'll stop making gains. But if you play any amount, you can play an hour a day and make huge progress if you don't quit. Because this is a game that takes months to play. Maybe even, I dare say years to play. And the only difference between players above 500 mil CP and those below it is because they keep playing the game. You keep playing it, you make gains, rinse, repeat. And it's all about trying to focus your attention on the stuff that actually matters. But yeah, that's my little spiel. Yes, game unhealthy, but it is a play to progress. And the fun should be in the progression. But yeah, I usually will see, like, from what I can tell, these types of feelings manifest quite greatly at the end of any major event. I think when these events become more frequent, it may become a little easier on trying to stomach this, but I doubt that it'll be any time soon. Because like if you're spending, because look, gacha games are kind of the same principle. You save for 1 or 2 patches, which is like 12 weeks if it's 2 patches, and then you splurge and you pull your unit. You'll either hit your unit or you don't, or you have to overcommit your resources, or you may have to, God forbid, pull up the credit card and swipe. And then you get your new unit, you get your cool fancy character, you build it up, you gear it up, you take it for a spin, and it's like, cool, and then now what? I achieved my goal. or I'm burnt because I didn't achieve my goal. That's the thing. You have to try and you have to find the joy is not the destination, it is the journey. Here I go, quoting Brandon Sanderson. Journey before destination. The journey is what matters. If you're not having fun with the journey, then it doesn't matter how good the destination is, you will feel bad once you arrive. I think that's a great point to end the video. Well, hope you all enjoyed this. As always, have a chucking good day. I'll catch you all next time.